Is this for your video?
What are you doing over here?
No. Sorry.
Your video's over there, bro.
What are you cooking?
Beef and bacon stew.
Ah, yes. Beef and bacon stew. That sounds great. Beef and bacon. BB basic. Basic bacon and beef stew.
Yes.
Today we're making mushroom larb, part of the Feel Good Food Plan. And I just thought it's something that would work really well, mushroom mimicking the kind of meat, but going with those kind of intense, spicy, sour, funky fish sauce flavors that you typically see in larb, which is usually done with ground meat. But in replace of ground meat, we're going to be using shiitake mushrooms. Okay. I have 12 ounces of shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to take the stems off. We're going to just do this for a bit. I can do a few different accents too.
Where are you from?
Yeah, what did you say? I'm in California. So these are really big shiitake caps, so I am going to actually cut them into kind of half-inch pieces. This dish comes together in like 10, 15 minutes, but it's the prep. There's like a little bit of prep time with taking the caps off and chopping the mushrooms. But once you do all your kind of prep, your mise en place, then it all comes together really quickly. I mean, I am not an authority figure in Thai food, but I love Thai food. This is, I would never say like a true larb, but these are kind of the aromatics that I love from that dish. And just kind of making a slightly lighter version. Okay, we have our mushrooms cut. I'm gonna chop these peanuts. These are roasted peanuts, but I'm just gonna give a rough chop. Hashtag rough chop. If you could find them with the skins, I love that, but they're a little bit harder to find. So we have the mushrooms chopped, the peanuts chopped. I'm going to slice 3 scallions.
Careful.
About what? Are you scared? Don't worry, young Padawan. Are you Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, or what's the other one? I feel like or Harry Potter. Yeah. No, I feel like there's like, those are the 3.
What are you?
I would say that I am Star Wars, definitely. But I did read all the Harry Potter books and I've seen all the movies and like that was like my generation. But Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars. I'm taking a 1-inch piece of ginger that's been peeled. Then I'm grating that. I'm gonna take 1 small shallot, trim the ends, peel. Who would you be in Seinfeld, Ben?
I would want to be Kramer, but I'm not sure.
Do you want to be Kramer? Why would you want to be Kramer?
He's always like secretly cool. He's got like secret powers that people don't know about. Or he's really good at things.
That's true.
He's a mysterious guy.
Yeah.
Who would you be?
I mean, I think who I'd want to be is different than who I am. I'm probably Elaine. But I'd like to be Jerry. Cutting shallots into rounds. I'm just gonna pop these shallots into rounds and then give them a bit of a rinse. I give them a rinse just so to kind of get rid of that really intense, aggressive, shalloty flavor. It kind of just softens them a bit or mellows them out. And then we're gonna take 1 chili. You could use jalapeno, Fresno, Holland, Thai chilies. It depends on how much heat. This is a Fresno chili. It's not that spicy. I'm gonna add that to the bowl with the shallots. And then we go over here. We have 4 tablespoons of oil. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons right now. We're gonna heat this over medium-high. And you're gonna wait till the oil is shimmering and the pan is really, really hot before we add the mushrooms. So you have your hot oil going. I'm using a non-stick skillet. That's ideal, a large non-stick skillet, just so you don't have anything kind of sticking. I'm gonna add the mushrooms just all at once. You should hear them fry. And they're all kind of topped together right now, and they're gonna like steam for a bit and then eventually brown. We're gonna give this a little bit of a toss and then just let that go for about 3-4 minutes until they kind of shrink and start to brown on the bottom before you get another shake. So this is the 2-minute mark. We're gonna go for another 3 minutes. You can see the mushrooms are already shrinking. Again, don't touch the pan. You really want to have the mushrooms brown on the bottom, and it takes some time. They're gonna just, it just takes some time. It just takes time. When you added the mushrooms in the beginning, they were all kind of on top of one another, so they were steaming for the first bit, and now they're slowly starting to brown properly. So if you keep tossing them, they never really brown. And I don't salt the mushrooms until later because I really want them to be able to brown. The salt's going to prevent them to brown the way I would like them, because if you salt them, they're going to start releasing their water, and then they'll just steam and never get the color that you want. It's been the 5-minute mark, so we're going to give this a toss. And you can see how they brown really nicely. We're going to let them go for another few minutes, undisturbed. Okay, we're going to keep cooking. So right now, the mushrooms have shrunk pretty much by like 50%. We're gonna let them go for another 2 minutes. You see how some of them have browned and gotten crispy. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna add the remaining tablespoon of oil, our scallions, and our ginger and garlic. I'm gonna give that a toss. You might have to take a wooden spoon and kind of get the ginger and garlic incorporated throughout. This is already really fragrant with the garlic and scallions. You just want to make sure that garlic and ginger is mixed throughout so you don't get any big pieces of it. I'm going to season this slightly with salt, and then I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to add the shallots and chili. I'm going to add half the nuts. It's off heat, sorry. And 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. I'm gonna take the mint and peanuts, go off heat. I have a 1/4 head of green cabbage and some lime. I'm just gonna be serving the larb with cabbage. I just kind of like to separate the leaves out like this. And then with the lime, I'm just gonna do little cuts like this. I'm gonna add 1 cup mint leaves. If they're large, you could tear them up. And I'm just gonna give it a taste. It might need a bit more salt. We have the fish sauce in there, but I'm gonna double dip. Just a bit more salt. It's really spicy. If you don't like it this spicy, I would go with half a chili. But I really love it. It's super intense. With all the kind of aromatics, with the mint and scallions and shallots and the chilies, it's really in your face. It's not subtle at all. Place the mushrooms. And then we'll just place the cabbage leaves like this. Some limes. I'll give it a little squeeze. And then we'll add the remaining peanuts. I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna give this a squeeze of lime. I would also serve this with a bowl of rice, but you don't have to. And if you don't have cabbage, you could do lettuce if you like, but I like the crunch of the cabbage. The cabbage doesn't just add this crunch to it, but it also kind of mellows the heat a bit. You have a lot of texture from not just the cabbage, but the peanuts. It's great to kind of add them both towards the end and on top. Again, if you don't have a high tolerance for heat, I would start with half a chili because this one's really spicy. I love this dish. It ended up becoming one of our favorites from the Feel Good Food Plan. And while there's like a good amount of chopping in the beginning with the prep, like it all kind of comes together really quickly at the end. And hopefully you guys will enjoy and make it. what does that mean? Like I'm Han Solo and you're Fredo? Is it Fredo? Is that his name?
Fredo's from The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Ah. Well, I'd take the Godfather out of all of them. I could do... That's pretty good. No, come on. That was good.